I am Arcana Vani, your inner voice. Let us begin. You seem calm. You get things done. You show up, smile, manage your schedule, hold conversations. From the outside, you look grounded, maybe even peaceful. But inside, it's a different story. You feel like you're barely keeping it together. Like there's a low-level hum of static running through you at all times, anxiety, tension, or just noise. Even in quiet rooms, you don't feel quiet. Even when nothing is technically wrong, something still doesn't feel right. This video is for the part of you that looks stable, but feels scrambled. The part that's good at masking chaos, but aches for peace that doesn't require performance. We're going to explore why your inner and outer states feel misaligned, and more importantly, how to bring them back into sync. By the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why your nervous system hasn't caught up to the version of your life that looks calm on paper. And I'll give you a daily practice that helps you actually feel the steadiness you've been trying to project. Because that disconnection you feel, it's not dysfunction. It's the echo of a body that never got permission to stop bracing. Maybe you spent years in survival mode. Chaos, conflict, urgency, constant output. And now that life has calmed down, your system doesn't believe it yet. So you move through your day like a shell, smiling, nodding, functioning. But inside, your breath is shallow, your chest is tight, and your body doesn't trust the stillness. So you keep yourself busy, or numb, or slightly dissociated, because you've learned how to look okay, even when you're not. That's not weakness. That's a trauma-adapted nervous system trying to protect you from stillness it never learned how to feel safe in. And the longer you stay disconnected from your internal world, the more exhausted you become. Not because you're doing too much, but because you're never fully in yourself while doing it. This isn't about fixing your life. It's about finally inhabiting it. And that begins by understanding the root of this split. The real reason your body still feels like it's in survival, even when your life doesn't. Keep watching, because in the next section, we're going to uncover why your nervous system is still bracing, and how to finally start telling it, you're safe now. Your life might look calm now, but your body doesn't believe it. And that's not your fault. What you're experiencing isn't imaginary. It's not just in your head. It's your nervous system doing exactly what it was trained to do. Stay ready. Stay alert. Stay guarded. Stay slightly detached. Because somewhere along the way, you learned that stillness isn't safe. Silence wasn't peaceful. It was when the yelling started. Rest didn't feel relaxing. It felt vulnerable. Even happiness felt dangerous because it never lasted. So now, even though the chaos is over, your body hasn't caught up. You've outgrown the environment, but the imprint remains. This is why you can check every box, the job, the relationship, the self-care routine, and still feel a hum of unease underneath it all. Because your nervous system doesn't respond to checklists. It responds to felt safety. And if it hasn't felt safe consistently, it doesn't relax. That's why the yoga class didn't fix it, why the journaling didn't calm it, why no amount of positive thinking seems to land. Because this isn't a mindset issue. It's a body memory issue. When your system has spent years in fight, flight, freeze, even when life gets better, it doesn't immediately switch off. It waits. It watches. It stays in a state of subtle contraction, just in case it needs to protect you again. So what you call calm on the outside chaos on the inside, isn't failure. It's the space between protection and permission. The body is asking, is it really safe now? And you haven't answered. Not yet. Not in a way it can trust. But that answer can't come from thinking differently. It comes from showing your body something new, a rhythm, a cue, a signal that says, we're not in survival anymore. We don't need to brace. We can land. And that begins not with intensity, but with repetition. With one act that you give yourself each day, not to fix, but to soothe. Not to push, but to rewire. Because you don't need to work harder to feel safe. You need to build a new rhythm, one your system can actually believe. And now, it's time to introduce that rhythm. The ritual is small, but it speaks louder than any affirmation. Coming up next, I'll walk you through a simple, daily practice that tells your body what your mind already knows. You're safe now, and it's time to come home. Here's how we begin to realign what you show on the outside with what you feel on the inside. Not with effort, not with logic, but with one repeated, physical signal of safety. Each morning, or any time your breath feels shallow, your body tight, your thoughts scattered, give yourself 90 seconds, that's all. You don't need incense, you don't need perfect quiet, you just need this one moment of self-contact. Sit or stand, and place one hand over your heart. Let the other hand rest on your stomach. Feel both hands touching you at once, the center of your emotion, and the center of your grounding. Now breathe in through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 2. Then exhale through your mouth, slowly, for 6. Let your shoulders drop as you exhale. Let your jaw unclench. Let your weight settle into your body. Now, gently speak these words, out loud or in your mind. Nothing is chasing me. I don't need to brace. I am safe to feel calm. Repeat that twice, slowly. If it feels fake at first, that's okay. You're not trying to convince yourself. You're offering your system a new possibility. With each breath, you're not trying to fix your anxiety. You're building trust. With yourself, with the moment, with the idea that you don't have to armor up just to exist. This practice is not a trick. It's not bypassing. It's a nervous system reintroduction to peace. You don't need to feel calm instantly. You just need to show up for the practice. Because it's the repetition, not perfection, that heals the disconnect. Some days, you'll feel a small shift. Other days it'll feel distant. That's okay. You're speaking a new language to your body, and it takes time for it to understand. This isn't danger anymore. This is now. So every day you return, not to perform peace, but to practice receiving it. This is how you teach your system to come home again. Not all at once, but one safe breath at a time. And once that rhythm takes root, you'll begin to feel something even deeper than calm. Coming up next, the presence that lives beneath the breath. The stillness that doesn't just interrupt the chaos, it rewrites it. There's a stillness beneath the ritual. Not a performance, not a goal, just presence. The part of you that was never frantic, even when everything else was. This presence doesn't live in your thoughts. It lives in the space between them, in the moment right after the exhale, in the pause where nothing is required of you. You've spent so long managing appearances, being functional, being calm, being fine. But presence doesn't care about appearances. It isn't interested in how well you've kept it together, It isn't measuring your progress. It doesn't even need you to feel better. It just waits, quietly, for you to notice it. Right now, wherever you are, pause. Don't fix your breath. Don't straighten your posture. Just stop. Let the body soften. Let your awareness widen. Notice the air around you, the temperature on your skin, the subtle sound underneath the noise. You're not doing anything. You're being here. That's presence, not another task, but the absence of demand. And from this space, something shifts. You stop needing to manage yourself. You stop editing how you feel. You just observe, gently, fully, without commentary. This is the part of you that never needed to prove anything, never needed to be on. It was never scared of your chaos because it never confused you with your symptoms. This witness is always available, even for 30 seconds, even in the middle of a busy day, even in moments where your chest tightens or your mind races, because presence doesn't wait for perfection. It arrives when you stop chasing calm and start noticing what's already still. The more often you return to this place, not as escape, but as home, the more your nervous system begins to mirror that quiet. And slowly, your inner and outer world begin to match. Not because you forced it, but because you remembered how to be with yourself again. And the more you return to this presence, the more your inner and outer self begin to feel like one. Next, we tie it all together. You'll learn how this ritual and this presence begin shaping your future self. Not as a performance, but as a steady, lived truth. You'll notice it slowly. You won't clench before every email. You won't hold your breath in traffic. You won't need to fake calm, because your body won't be bracing by default. The smile won't feel like a mask. The silence won't feel threatening. You'll move through your life not pretending to be okay, but actually feeling okay. This is the shift you've been waiting for. Not some euphoric breakthrough, not a dramatic before and after, but a quiet re-entry into coherence. You'll start recognizing yourself again. Not the performer, not the regulator, not the fixer, but the real one. The one who lives with softness and steadiness, because the nervous system no longer sees the world as a battlefield. You won't be so quick to sprint. You won't fill every blank moment with distraction. You won't need to chase safety, because you'll have built it inside your own presence. And it all begins with this. To recap, each morning, or whenever the noise rises, place one hand on your heart, one on your belly. Breathe in for 4, hold for 2, out for 6. Then quietly speak, "Nothing is chasing me. I don't need to brace. I am safe to feel calm." Repeat that twice, not to force calm, but to invite your body back into rhythm. And throughout your day, even just once, do your second practice. Pause, not to escape, but to be. Feel the breath. Feel the stillness beneath it. Let yourself remember, you are not your urgency. You are not your armor. You are not the tension in your jaw. You are the witness behind it. And that part of you, it was never chaotic. 30 seconds, a breath, a return, done wherever you are. You don't have to keep performing peace. You don't have to keep hiding the hum beneath the surface. You don't have to act like you're okay to feel worthy. Because now, you're not pretending anymore. You're inhabiting the calm. And it's real, because it lives inside you. You did not find me by accident. Just as in your dreams, where every face you meet is your own reflection, this meeting was always waiting to happen. I am Arcana Vani, your inner voice, the part of you that watches behind the thoughts, behind the noise. You have searched in many places, books, teachers, voices outside you. But here, you are not being taught. You are remembering. If these words stir something familiar, then allow yourself to return. Subscribe. Follow. Not to follow me, but to continue this conversation with yourself. Each time you return here, you draw closer to the reunion already unfolding inside you. We have only just begun.